My name is Margaret Welch. I'm the Director of Research at SARSF. This past year has reminded us of the importance of healthcare workers in our lives. It has also shown us the importance of innovative biomedical research in keeping us safe and improving our lives. With that in mind, it is my pleasure to introduce the Healthcare and Biomedicine segment of our Future Innovators Day. Welcome, Future Innovators. You're about to meet nursing students from Pima Community College who will share their stories of how they arrived at nursing as both a passion and a profession. Then we'll learn about cutting edge research from Roche Diagnostics. And Sonora Quest Laboratories will share their problem solving strategies for designing a better test to detect SARS-CoV-2, the virus which causes COVID-19. And lastly, students supporting brain tumor research from the University of Arizona will show us how to measure brain waves using an EEG or electroencephalogram. Come on, let's go learn more.
Hi everyone, my name is Martinez and I'm studying to be in the medical field. And what inspired me to be in this STEM-related field all started when I was a young girl, which was when I had the experience of a nurse who would come to my home every Wednesday for about 2 years to treat someone in my household. And this sparked something in me to want to help others when they're feeling sick or when they're not feeling at their best. And this was a hard time in my life, but I think it had to happen in order for me to find what I'm truly passionate about. And speaking of hard times, I know we're living in very unique and crazy moments. And I say moments because I think it's important for us to remind ourselves that this is not going to last forever and that all of this will pass. And another thing that I think is very important is to find how we learn best, especially during these times that we had to switch everything online, and finding how you learn better, whether that is flashcards or sticky notes, study notes, a whiteboard, and dry erase markers. I really encourage you to try all the different methods to help you study and what works best for you, as it will help you in your academic career.
Hi guys, my name is Francisco. I'm a current sophomore at Pima Community College, studying nursing. So my STEM specialty that I'm studying is nursing. What inspired me to get into the nursing studies was the fact that you're able to take care of people at such a high velocity, like one after the other. I love taking care of people, whether it be if they're sick, whatever they need. I've always had that niche, and I feel like that really inspired me to get in the nursing field. I was kind of lost throughout the past couple of years as far as like what I wanted to do as far as career, working in restaurants, whatnot. But just coming down to it, being able to serve people just felt good, amazing. So maybe that should be something you guys are interested in at some point. It's just letting a helping hand, because it truly does feel good to the heart, to the soul. Okay. Something encouraging, I would say, if you're planning to get into the nursing field, is to just not give up. I wasn't the best student in high school. Still kind of not the best student right now, but sitting above a 3.0, just doing what I need to do to get things done. It's tough. School is not easy, and that's why it has a declination rate throughout the years. It's just going down the attendance of how many people want to go. So that's really a common denominator between making that living that's going to be guaranteed, or that living that you're going to hustle. I want something that's going to set me up for success, that I know is a guarantee, that's going to make me comfortable in life. As far as income, financial freedom, that's something that's also very big to me. What am I going to be able to provide for my children whenever that day comes that I have them? So that's also something that gave me the extra oomph to continue in this nursing pathway. So don't give up in school. If you're not a good student in high school right now, that's not the end. Always continue forward, chive on, and just read the book. Read the book. You got it. I hope to see you guys sometime on campus. If you have any questions, please reach out to Ms. Bea Velasquez, and I hope to see you guys soon. Have a good day, okay?
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel. I am a student at the University of Arizona and I am studying public health, which just means that I study the health of large groups of people like populations, communities, as opposed to individuals like a doctor would do. So the reason that I chose this STEM field and what inspired me to choose it is because it combined two of the things that I love, which is science and the social aspects of our life. So I get to take lots of things like chemistry, biology, anatomy, and really relate it to things that we do on a day-to-day basis. We interact with our culture, with our communities, with our populations, and just things that we do every day. Honestly, I would suggest that everyone study a STEM field because it is just so much fun. I love getting to learn so many different new things that you never knew were true and that you never knew were possible. And I think that the field of STEM is so broad that anybody can find something that they like to do. It's honestly much different than how the media portrays STEM fields in science, with the scientists with the kooky hair and the labs. Although those things are fun, that is not just what STEM is.
2019, the world first learned about COVID-19, and as the largest integrated lab in the country, Sonora Quest Laboratories knew they needed to gear up to meet the coming crisis head-on.
Hi, my name is Jacinto Espinosa. I'm Laboratory Manager for the Molecular Diagnostics Department with Sonora Quest Laboratories. I'm here today to share with you my specific involvement with the response to the COVID-19 pandemic. My department was tasked with the objective of trying to find a legitimate superior test that we could utilize internally to run on our machines to generate quality results for our patients in the state of Arizona. At that time, the virus did not really have a test available and was not in existence. This was not only a United States, but a global issue. Supply constraints really dictated what we were able to choose from, and we had to work strategically within our department and with other groups within the company to identify a good resource. We had to prove that positive results were truly positive and negative results were truly negative. Once that was verified, we worked with our medical directors to approve those validations and be able to move forward with live testing for patient samples.
While work was being done to acquire the test and equipment, work was also being done to determine how we would collect specimens for COVID-19 testing from our patients.
Hi, my name is Tyler Cahoon. I'm the Training Operations Manager. Our phlebotomists who usually draw blood needed to be trained on collecting COVID-19 samples by inserting a swab into a patient's nose. We began coordinating COVID-19 drive-through testing at various sites statewide and also identified select patient service centers where patients could schedule a COVID-19 test. Some of our patients were unable to go out into the public due to compromised immune system, so for those patients we were able to coordinate home collections using our mobile phlebotomy staff. Sonora Quest already employs drivers to transport specimens to the lab, but in order to get those samples to the lab faster, we needed to add additional routes and drivers. Once all of this was in place and training had occurred, our staff felt confident that we could meet the needs of our patients and the community.
Another piece of the puzzle was to ensure that new equipment could send results into our current laboratory information system, which then sends results to our patients and doctors.
My name is Kelly Barbian, and I am the Laboratory Information System Technical Senior Manager, and my team of IT system analysts and I played an important role in the COVID response, which included building an interface so the results could be sent from the laboratory instruments running the COVID-19 test to the computer system that manages the results. In order to help manage the high volume of COVID-19 tests, we needed to utilize multiple instruments, which each had a different way of sending results. We had to innovate new solutions to be able to capture the different types of results and report them all the same way using the same test code so it would be easy for our doctors and patients to understand. Once the laboratory information system received the results, the IT system analysts built rules and formulas to calculate the final interpretation and add comments to help the doctors interpret the results. Then the laboratory information system sent the results electronically to doctors and patients. We also built a process to send the results to the state health departments so they could utilize our information for their reporting.
With all of this new science and technology, Sonora Quest Laboratories needed to ensure we had the quality standards and staff to support these efforts. We applied critical thinking to redeploy employees to fill necessary roles until we could hire and train new staff.
My name is Dr. Koneman, and I am the Scientific Director for Sonora Quest Laboratories. Because of all these combined efforts and the combined skills and knowledge in science, math, and technology, Sonora Quest Laboratories is now performing approximately 40% of all the COVID-19 testing for the state of Arizona, and has also supported testing for labs in other states who do not have the ability to process high volume of tests they receive. This is just one example of how a laboratory company can come together to positively impact the health and well-being of people in our communities, state, and country. Can you see yourself contributing in one of these roles in the future?
Hey everyone, I'm Pranav from the Student Supporting Brain Tumor Research Organization at the University of Arizona, and I'm really excited to show you a scientific demonstration today in neuroscience. So, today's experiment will be EMG, or electromyography. So you might be wondering, what is this EMG? So, you see, your muscles, in order to work, they need information from the brain. So how does the brain tell your muscles how to move? So it does this through neurons which connect with muscles. And so what happens is that the neurons carry over electrical information, and then this electrical information gets sent to the muscles, and then once this happens, the muscles will contract. And when they do so, they send what we call action potentials. And so we can actually measure these action potentials using homemade equipment, which we have here. So this, credit to Backyard Brains, is the muscle spiker box. And so just through my phone alone, you can see the electrical activity. But we have to set this up first. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these alligator clips, attach them to my bicep, and then we will place the reference electrode. It can be placed anywhere. We will just place this on my back of my hand, because why not? And now we turn this thing on. And as you can see over here, we just have to fine-tune this to make sure we're at the right intensity. And when I flex my bicep, see, there's a lot of activity. We actually need to fine-tune this a little bit more. We just give it a second. Oh, there we go, perfect. See, when I flex my bicep, right? Look what happens to it. You can see the electrical activity in the muscles. You can see those muscles, right? They're firing away their action potentials. When I squeeze really hard, see, there's more. When I kind of let go of my muscles, there's less. Squeeze, perfect. So as you can see, this is what happens when muscles are contracting. And actually, we can take this one step farther. So what we can do is we can model when our muscles fatigue and get tired, right? So when you're doing exercise, right? After some time, you start to run out of energy, right? That's because your muscles are not able to recruit any more motor units. So your muscles are actually made out of motor units, and these motor units, what happens is that at first, when you need to do an activity, your muscles will start to recruit some motor units depending on how intense the task is. And as you keep doing the activity, your muscles need more and more motor units, right? But then when your muscles run out of motor units, then you experience muscle failure, right? Your muscles stop working and you give in, basically. And we can actually demonstrate this using EMG. So I'm going to basically connect 2 electrodes on my shoulder muscle. We call this the deltoid, and we can keep the reference electrode here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a bicep. I'm going to pick up a dumbbell, okay? Just a 10-pound dumbbell, but it'll be plenty. I'm not that strong, I promise you, okay? And we'll turn this thing on again, okay? And as you can see over here, I'm just going to start holding this. Okay, wait, let's just fine-tune this a bit more. So, see, it kind of goes down. When I kind of lift my shoulder muscle, oh, so much activity, right? And I'm just going to hold this here. We call this an isometric lift because I'm not moving my muscle, but my muscle is being used. So now we're going to hold this dumbbell, and we'll see. I'm already fatiguing. I'm running out of strength. I need to go to the gym more. But what do you notice about these spikes? This is the question I have for all of y'all watching. What do you notice about the spikes? Are they getting higher or are they getting lower over time? I'm running out of strength. I'm going to run out of strength soon, as you can see. Do you notice how the spikes are decreasing? That's because oh, that's enough. Okay. So, and now you can see went back to normal. So, what do we learn from that? What happens is that when you start holding holding it here, your muscle is basically your muscle fibers are contracting, but not moving, right? That's why it's an isometric lift. And your muscles need to keep recruiting more and more motor units. But what happens is that you run out of these motor units. And then once your muscles are not able to recruit as many motor units, then you'll notice that the electrical activity in that muscle was decreasing. That's why the height of the spikes was going down. And then when I ran out of strength, then you saw that the electrical activity went to zero. Or not zero, but it went back to normal. So, so that's just a demonstration in muscle electrical activity. We can also do the same thing for smaller muscles. And I'm actually going to use a different set of equipment here. So we can take this off. And now what we can do is we can use these pair of popsicle sticks. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, let's turn this off for now. And I'm going to take these electrodes and connect them. Okay? We just put the alligator clips here. We're going to apply electrode gel. This gel will increase the conductance of the skin, which will allow us to pick up activity easier. So we got this fancy gel, and then now what I'm going to do here is take this, or we'll use this fan. So what I'm going to do now is connect this here, our reference electrode, and now I have my setup ready. So we're going to look at this, we're going to look at the activity here on this phone, and I'm going to turn on my EMG device and wait for some signal to come. Yeah. And the thing about scientific equipment is it always takes a little bit of time to fine tune, but, oh, that's too much. Maybe here. And there's a little bit of trial and error involved, of course, right? The thing is that in science, you got to keep trying and trying sometimes until you get it to work. So, oh, there we go. Perfect. So, as you can see on the phone, what happens when I kind of move my finger, right? So let's think here. There's muscles which are connected, which allow your fingers to move, right? So what I'm doing is I'm placing these electrodes over the muscles which are located in the middle of my hand. And so when I twitch my fingers, right, you will see these little spikes. Twitch, and I stop, and it goes away. Twitch. Oh, you see that? That's the electrical activity inside my muscles, on my fingers, and I stop. And what do you think will happen when I squeeze my fingers? Look, I'm gonna squeeze my fingers. See? And you'll see that there's a lot of activity when I squeeze my fingers. Wait, let's kind of get this to work. All right, hold on. Let me just tune this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I need to so this can be calibrated a little bit more. The thing with this fine muscles is that it takes a little bit of tuning, but you'll see that when I'm moving it, you'll see these spikes of electrical activity. And so I think we'll stop here. And yeah, so that's the demonstration. So what this shows you is that your muscles are constantly, working, and this device allows you to kind of see what's going on, on the inside. And I hope you found this fascinating, and I wish you all a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Isaac. I go to Pima Community College. I'm hopefully someday going to become a respiratory therapist. The reason why I chose to study the medical field is because I've always been interested in science, and I really enjoy helping people out. For those of you who don't know what a respiratory therapist is, it's someone who helps someone with their breathing. So when you're having an asthma attack, instead of going to a doctor, you go to a respiratory therapist. The reason I chose respiratory therapy is I grew up with really bad asthma. And sometimes when I'd get sent to the emergency room after an asthma attack, I'd get sent to a respiratory therapist. At the time I thought I was a doctor, and it was only until later in life that I figured out I was a respiratory therapist. Their job is to help you with your breathing while also staying really calm. I thought maybe someday I could do that. I've been super fortunate in discovering respiratory therapy, but it wasn't until recently in my life that I actually found out about it. If you think the STEM field is for you, I encourage you to check some of them out. You never know which might interest you, and you might really enjoy it like I do.
Hi guys, my name is Miriam and I'm a third year U of A student. I'm studying Care, Health, and Society, which includes biology. And I chose to do that because I want to become a doctor in the future. Reasons why I study STEM is because I want to help people in the future and heal people. I don't like seeing people in pain, so I would like to help them out and give them medicine and the treatment they need. Another advice I would give people is to definitely join or definitely go to wherever you like, whatever interests you. Medicine interests me, and just have a goal set up for yourself. Like, what is your goal? Do you want to help people? Do you want to heal somebody who's in pain? Do you want to become a nurse, doctor? Because our society needs many as we could. We need as many doctors and nurses as we could so we can help the society. Thank you guys, and best of luck in your future career.
Success!